and welcome to our session. We today have Mayank, the head of partnerships, lead for partnerships and growth at Mudrex, which is a actually I'm gonna let him go into it, but to give you guys a short summary of what they're doing is they're not an exchange, but they actually help crypto traders automate their trading without any writing any line of code. So when you use Mudrex, traders can write out their own trading logic using a flowchart style tool, test their trading rules for historical or live data, put their strategy live on multiple exchanges to trade automatically. And the company is actually a Y Combinator company. And with that said, I'll let Mike take from here. Tell us a little bit about their company and their history and what they're about.
Perfect. Thanks a lot, Ignacio, for the introduction to the folks out there. Hey, everyone. Uh, so, so basically, I look after growth and partnerships here at Mudrex, specifically Europe. Uh, in terms of what we do, we are actually trying to build an investment layer over crypto, but we envision it very differently than most exchanges out there. Most exchanges out there are basically building sort of a casino where they always profit. It's an investment product at the end of the day, right? What we're trying to do is we're trying to help people build long-term wealth using crypto. The larger vision for us is to help at least 1% of the world become financially free. The way we like to do it is by three ways actually. So one, as Ignacio was talking about, is our auto trading bot. You can find us on pro.mudrex.com, where you can come and you can build your own trading strategies using our in-house strategy builder. All you need to do is drag and drop your strategy in a flowchart, and the systems will execute your strategies flawlessly, so that you can sit back and relax while the system or the Mudrex platform trades on your behalf without any emotions involved. The second interesting thing that we do is, as we did this, we also realized that there are a lot more people who who need more help, right? So we built a product which is essentially an index product, so something very similar to the ETFs that you find in the traditional finance market. This is not tradable in the exchanges, but these are thematic baskets. We call them coin sets. And the way the coin sets work is they enable you to invest in ideas that you believe in. So, for example, and here in this case, Ignacio, what sector are you sort of bullish on? Is it like metaverse, NFT, smart contracts?
I
What's
mean,
your take on it?
I mean, we are about HR and talent, right? So I'm very bullish on applying Web3 technologies to talent. But I'm also a smart, metaverse. I think metaverse and gaming right now are proving to be very resilient despite
Which
the
is
market
and
conditions. So let's say I want to invest in metaverse.
Perfect. So all you need to do, and secondly, I'm a metaverse believer myself. I see a lot of use cases of metaverse in exactly the Web3 talent space that Bondex is working in. But that apart, once you invest in the metaverse coin set, what ends up happening is your investment is invested. Your investment goes to the top eight metaverse cryptocurrencies. We at Mudrex, we also run a crypto hedge fund. These coin sets are managed by the experts from the hedge fund. We have a $25 million plus AUM for the hedge fund, which also helps us which also helps our users invest in the ideas that they believe in. Every month, this coin set is rebalanced based on market conditions to optimize your returns. So, but yeah, that's the 2 cents or two satoshis about us here at Mudrex.
And something I found interesting, that's super interesting. You guys have a multi-strategy, different types of teams. I mean, you guys are a big company. You're very successful. I read that you raised a very large round, uh, and in 2022 you've raised an even bigger round despite the condition and the implosion. Something that really caught my eye was you offer a refund to your users if they don't have a good yield or performance in the first month. That's how confident you are about your strategies. You can tell me a little bit more about that.
Yes, for sure. So the way the strategies have been working on Mudrex, uh, so there are two parts to it. One is that we're super confident in terms of the way we've tested these strategies. Uh, yes. I'm sorry. I'm also reading the messages that are coming in. If there's anything we would be talking about, but yeah, we're super confident about the strategies that we've built on the platform. Uh, but we are even more confident about the way we've tested these strategies. We've put in a lot of data and effort to ensure that these strategies have a lasting effect and have worked really well in the past as well.
That's very interesting. And something else that I read about is, you've had incredible growth even throughout the market downturn. So what do you attribute, that user growth to? And I've heard from what I read, a lot very strong presence in India. Why do you think people are turning to this automated strategies and Mudrex in particular, even throughout this kind of negative crypto winter?
So it actually boils down to what we are offering to people, right? And as in the beginning of the conversation, I was telling you that there are exchanges and then there's us, right? The way we are different from them is uh, we're not trying to sell people the dreams of Lamborghinis. What we're telling them is, if you be disciplined and diligent and save your money and put it in the right places in the right time, hold on to it, you will be able to buy a great Toyota, right? This is something which has worked extremely well for us. We've been able to build a largest community who believe in the idea, including myself. We believe in the idea that that in the long term, one is that the markets are cyclical and it's going to turn around again, and the second is we believe in the idea that fire, which is like the popular financial independence, retire early, can be achieved with crypto.
Can you repeat that concept, fire?
Fire, yeah, sure. So there's this really popular personal finance concept, fire. It's called, like, it's an abbreviation for financial independence, retire early. So how do you achieve financial independence and retire early? There are multitudes of ways to do it out there on the internet. Uh, but but the but the underlying philosophy is that if you can create situations in your life where you can either generate disproportionate gains out of the investments that you're making, uh, you can sort of retire much early on. And in this sense, retirement is not the literal way we sort of define retirement in the cultural consensus, where people just sit back and relax and do nothing. It is more on the lines of the ability to have the freedom to do whatever you feel like in life. And that might as well be build another great app, or create a cooking channel on YouTube, or an artwork that you like to do. The idea for us is to help people become free enough, or be independent enough from the financial world, so that they can pursue what adds real value to humanity.
I love your mission, and that's a term I hadn't heard before. It's super super interesting, and something okay. So, would you say that your focus is more on sophisticated traders that want to automate their trading, or is it more in your regular retail investor who's getting into the space and needs help navigating it? Because what's the technical level you need to use Mudrex effectively?
So to use Mudrex effectively, there are two parts to it, right? For sophisticated traders, what we've been able to do is we've been able to create a platform where they don't necessarily need to learn about coding to become a quant trader. Now, they would of course need skills in terms of understanding how some of these indicators work, which is also something we explain beautifully on our blogs. And there is almost infinite content on the internet to teach you how to do that specific thing. uh, what we are doing now is we're focusing a lot more on the retail guy, because while working with a lot of folks, we realized that the retail guy is the one who needs the most help to sort of make those dreams come true. And hence we sort of came to CoinSets, the index product that I was talking about earlier today. And of course, like, insane product now on the app. We're calling it Mudrex Vault. uh, it is basically your own personal vault for your stable coins, which generates a 10% APY for you. uh,
Strong.
yeah. and,
Okay,
and
that
and the best part about it is that the vault itself is is extremely close to 0% risk, because all we do is we deploy these funds for cross exchange and some other types of arbitrages, that enables us to generate that yield uh, without risking almost anything. We also are super conscious about the amount of money people are able to invest there. So yeah.
I think you guys have a fantastic company. I hope everyone got a good flavor of all their services and capabilities and what it's about. I'll be surely checking it out for my own trading strategy, especially now. When I'm an entrepreneur. I spend a lot of my time building a business. I don't have as much time. It's a full-time job to be a trader, especially in crypto where it's 24/7. Information can be overwhelming. So something to automate your strategies is definitely a huge help. And now I want to take it to the recruitment and talent strategies because Bondex is the leading Web3 professional talent network in the space, and that's what we focus on. So I'd love to hear a little bit about your team composition. Where's the team based? How does the team work? Are you guys distributed? Are you guys office hybrid? How does it work at Modrex?
So, so we have two parts to our workforce. We have an Indian workforce that does hybrid work, and then we have employees across the globe in at least 15 countries now. All of those folks can work fully remotely. We do a asynchronous stand-up session together. So almost all of the communication with international employees can happen on memos. It's a super smooth experience. All of the things happen really quickly, really fast. Would love to dive deeper if you would like to go into the process of how we sort of pull it off.
I'd love to hear that. What are your kind of recruitment strategies? What do you do to find the best talent?
Sure. So in terms of recruitment, what we've been looking at so far is well, of course, there's a uh, so there are two parts to it, right? One is that we are always open to all people from all sort of we're always trying to get more and more diverse people in the organization, so that we have a better perspective of the things that happen across the world, and we're better uh, we're much more well put to sort of help users from across the world. The second thing that we focus on a lot more, especially recently, is we're trying to get more and more crypto or Web3 native folks. It helps a lot because it comes with like a lot of context that needs to be transferred otherwise. So it becomes sort of a prerequisite for a Web3 company to have someone who at least knows about what's happening here. That's sort of the first step.
I agree with you, but our whole thesis is that there's not enough supply of talent with Web3 native skills, actually. We need to make more, right? So we are actually of the thinking that finding someone with the ability to learn and an interest on a personal level into Web3, that you can find the passion, then they will learn, right? If you're fishing in the pool of existing Web3 professionals with existing Web3 skills, you're fishing in a small pool for your talent, right? And so that becomes, better compensated, harder, more competitive kind of candidates to go after. So we usually recommend our companies to have a good balance of you still need those experienced people in the company, but they can teach those other junior or more inexperienced people that come. That's kind of what we recommend in terms of team composition as people build their talent. And something that I wanted to, so that seems that you guys are pretty diverse. Is there a Modrex office? There's always a great debate about office versus not office. Do you guys have a physical presence anywhere?
We have a physical office in Netherlands and India. Yeah,
Nice.
but we use the
Love the
office for
Netherlands.
like all kinds of fun stuff. Uh,
Do you guys do a lot of in-person events? Because I feel like if I was a retail investor, right, and which I am, and I want to get to learn how to use Modrex. I mean, I'm sure you guys have all types of. I mean, you have all types of content online that I can learn from, right? But do you guys do any events that people could go to learn more about the tool and how to implement the strategies?
100%. So we keep on doing these events, and we keep on sort of getting these messages to our users. These are user exclusive events. So people who've not signed up on Mudrex, this is your high time. All of our events are super fun. In fact, we have one on 25th of October in Netherlands. You can hit me up. You can find me on Twitter and or LinkedIn, and I can share all the details with you. But you will have to promise me to sign up for that.
Okay, everyone, check out Mayank Sachdev on both LinkedIn and Twitter for an exclusive event. All you have to do is become a user I might be becoming a user before that date, and I'd love to come. I think on the 25th. I'm actually away, otherwise I would make it, but maybe I'll catch the next event. I'm not too far. I'm based in London, so. But that sounds fantastic. And so, walk me a little bit through the difficulty of implementing it. How can you enable this kind of quant level strategies with a retail level experience, or non a technical background? How can I have that capability of such a caliber trading strategy despite not having technical skills? How do you make it easy enough to use for everyone?
So, so what we'd encountered the similar problem, right? And the way we try to solve it is actually slightly out of the box, and it is on the index side of investing. I'm not sure in the kind of assets you invest in, but I am sure you would have put in some money in the traditional markets, right? Maybe an S&P 500 or an equivalent. What we realized while working with a lot of folks is one of the easiest ways, and one of the smartest ways for a retail investor to create value is to, and it's a very popular quote as well, that rather than timing the market, have some time in the market, right? Have the long time in the market. That is what we've been promoting. The way the retail investor now experiences a product is, they just need to sign up on the app. As soon as they're done, I can also uh, as soon as they're done, they can also enter a gift code if they have one already. I'd be more than happy to share one for our users here. And as soon as they apply a gift code, they also get like an investment booster on their first deposit in the app. The way the app functions is you can pick the ideas you believe in, right? The sectors of Web3 that you are super bullish on. uh, Place your investment there, and then for sure do a dollar cost averaging activity. So and I'm sure like a lot of folks, smart folks out here, would be familiar with dollar cost averaging. uh, but the way it works is you buy your investments, or you make your investments throughout the market cycle. That way what happens is you eventually end up averaging out your buying price of the market in the market. That way what we've observed, and this is something which is backed by almost like 50-60 years of data since the traditional markets have existed, like the new form of traditional markets had markets have existed, where it is super easy to create that long term wealth for a retail investor also.
That makes sense. I think a lot of people, and I come from a traditional finance background. If you get too emotional and you get too attached to the everyday, right? You need to zoom out and look at the big picture and be a long-term and value investor, right? If you're trading in and out of the market based on panic or FOMO, either or, it's actually going to be to your detriment, right? You're just stacking up fees and then making a return on investment more and more difficult for yourself. So I like what you're saying. It's not about timing the market, it's about spending time in the market. Those people who
Yes.
have been in crypto for a long time, they don't get to ride a cycle. It's about right now during this crypto winter and things going sideways, to my opinion, it's time to accumulate and place position yourself to the next cycle. And we're coming to an end. I'd love to hear if you can share with us what is your view on the current market conditions in the current crypto winter.
So the way I look at it, and a lot of my opinions are also coming from the team, the hedge fund team the hedge fund team we hang out with a lot. It seems like the next 6 months are uh, not gonna be uphill for sure. It's not gonna the markets are not gonna go up in the next 6 months. But having said that, we're really hopeful in the next 12 to 14 months we're gonna see a spike in the market, which we've not seen in the last 13, 14 odd years since the world this world has existed. Um, all in
I
all,
hope
I am
you're right.
super bullish in the long term, like extremely bullish in the long term. This is not a financial advice, guys, but a good chunk of my wages go in uh, crypto in general. So it
Well,
comes from a
I just want to thank you for your view. And yes, that reminds me to disclose to everyone, none of this is financial advice from either Mudrex or Bondex on, what to do, what to buy. These are just our personal opinions about the market, how to trade it. But with that said, I encourage everyone to go check out Mudrex. It seems that you guys have something incredible going. They're a Y Combinator company with a large backing and funding, and they're so confident in their trading strategies that they'll refund you if you're not getting the results that you want. Mayank, really appreciate your time here with us today. Any last message that you have for our users?
Uh, so if I had to drop in like a last ending note, folks, Web3 is the best place to work in. Everything else is just a part of the larger project that all of us are building, and we're building for the future of the world. Please keep in touch. If you guys want, if there's any way, if you folks are interested in working with us here at Mudrex, you can drop me here on LinkedIn, on Twitter, uh, or find me on any other social medias. You can also email us on help@mudrex.com. uh, and yeah, we'll always be there for you. And of course, thanks a lot, Ignacio, for having me here. Really appreciate you guys helping us.
Fantastic. And thank you everyone for joining today. Mayank, stay behind a little bit so we can chat a little bit more. And thank you everyone for joining today. Have a fantastic week, and I'll see you for the next session of our live stream. Please be sure to check out Mudrex and their careers portal as they're looking for top-notch talent. Goodbye, everyone.